Hello, Worry Warriors. I am Counselor Keri coming to you from the cozy spot under my stairs once again. So today I have another Worry Warrior question of the day for you guys. And the question is, how do my worries affect me? Why do we talk about worry so much? Why is it important? How does worry affect my life? Well, this is actually a pretty important answer to know about. So when we have a thought, our thoughts can lead to a feeling, and then our feelings can lead to an action. And then that action can lead to another thought. So it's a cycle or a circle. It's a cycle that goes around and around and around. So let's think about an example. Imagine that somebody in your class is having a party, a birthday party or something. Maybe you don't know everyone so well. So when you think about going to the party, you have a worry. Maybe that worry is, what if nobody talks to me at this party? Then you might have a feeling. You might feel kind of sad when you think about that, or you might feel worried when you think about it, just worry in general. Then you might have an action. Maybe your action is, I'll just stay home from the party because I don't really want to find out if nobody's going to talk to me. So we have our thought. Our thought is, what if nobody talks to me? Then we have a feeling. We feel sad or worried about the situation. And then we have an action and we think, I'll just stay home. I'm not going to go to the party after all because maybe nobody's going to talk to me. So you see how the thought affected the feeling and the feeling affected an action. But it doesn't stop there. It keeps going and going and going in a spiral. So let's look at what might happen if that really did happen, if that was our thought process. So we might have that first worry about, what if nobody talks to me at the party? Then we have that sad or worried feeling. And next, we might choose to stay home from the party. Then, after we chose to stay home from the party, we have another thought. And that thought might be, I don't have any friends. That thought can lead to another feeling, sad or lonely. Then that feeling can lead to another action. Maybe I cry in my bed. So how do we get here? We're crying in our bed, and it all started with just one worry of, what if nobody talks to me at the party? It didn't actually happen. We didn't actually go to the party and have nobody talk to us. We just thought, what if? And now suddenly, because of this spiral, we've ended up in our bed crying. That's how worry can affect our lives. So it's a big spiral. So you might think, how can I interrupt that spiral? I don't want to end up in my bed crying just because I had one worry thought. And I'm glad you're thinking that, if that's really what you're thinking. So our Worry Warrior battle skill is called self-monitoring, which is just a fancy way of saying paying attention to your thoughts and your worries and your feelings and your actions and the factors around those things. So maybe the place where you are, the location, the time of day, or the people that you're with. So you're just paying attention to your worries and what's going on around that time, who you're with, and what's going on. This can help you look for clues or patterns to your worries. So why would we want to do that? When we can identify patterns around our worries, then we can know maybe they're happening around the same time of day every single day, or maybe they always happen when I try to do math. We can look for situations that may be causing our worries or leading us to have worry thoughts. And when we can recognize those situations, then we can take steps to change the way that we think about them. Let me give you an example. You can practice self-monitoring on your own. You can maybe get a piece of paper and you can write across the top thoughts, feelings, actions, place, time, and people, and you can start to write down all of the worries that you recognize and what was going on around that time. Then you might notice after about a week or so, you might start to think, I am feeling worried around 6:30 every single day. What is going on at 6:30 every single day? Then you might think about your life and what you've been doing, maybe while you're home from school, out of your regular routine. And you might think, my parents watch the news every day at 6 o'clock. I wonder if the news is leading to my worries. Maybe by watching that with my parents, I'm starting to have worries around that time of day. So when you self-monitor and you pay attention to what's going on around your worries, you might find a pattern, and your pattern might give you a clue about why you're having these worries. Then you can take some steps to change it. Maybe you could ask your parents, or you could say, you know what, I am feeling really worried every single day after you guys watch the news. Do you think that maybe you could watch the 10 o'clock news instead of the 6 o'clock news after I've gone to bed? Or you could say, I'm gonna go to my room while you guys watch the news because I'm feeling really worried every day when you watch it. So I'm just gonna separate myself from the news for a little bit. You can take steps to change the situation around your worries, or you can advocate for yourself to make a change so that that situation that's leading to your worries can be changed too. So that's why it's so important to self-monitor. It's important to pay attention to ourselves and our thoughts and our feelings and what's going on so that we can better understand why we're having those worry thoughts. Because when we understand why we're having those worry thoughts, we can take steps to change it in a positive direction. So that's our worry warrior battle skill for today, self-monitoring. So you can try this between now and the next time we see each other, again, by just writing down all of these things on a piece of paper in a journal. When you notice that you're worried, when you notice that you're having these worry thoughts, you can write it down, and after a few days, you can try to look for some patterns and talk about it with a trusted adult that you're with at home. So that's all for today, worry warriors. I will see you next time, and we will talk more about what we can do with those worries and how we can change them in a positive direction. I'll see you soon.